Welcome back, everyone, to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's the Vikings holding on to the football as we jump into the action in the first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing and taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more evident.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
Draw play. This is Martin. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait the second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw his car. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 30.
What's up, man?
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him, and he'll take it into the end zone.
Touchdown, Island.
Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On second down, Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Cousins now, and that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Richard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. And he is in.
Touchdown.
Raiders. Hunter with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Cousins now to throw on first down. Pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. To throw, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
Fourth down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Open man here, T.J. Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Jones as the first half is winding down as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is taken at its 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
That's caught inside the 20.
Let's go.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
Look at that. Beaut. I thought he had an intercepted it the first time in my life. Just throw him off. That was a beaut, mate.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
That's cool.
Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Oh, he got darn.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin with a rematch from the AFC Divisional Round last year. Baltimore once again head to take on Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on the Bills at home in New Era Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes.
See if I could.
Finally, let's get up to the place they
Trade
call
for Josh Allen.
Titletown. Green Bay,
I traded for a
Wisconsin.
player yesterday.
See what's
He's a
happening with the
cornerback
Packers.
from
And they've got the
Ravens.
lead over the visiting Denver
Africa,
Broncos.
Spain.
Aaron Rodgers with 2
But he's
touchdown
pretty good.
passes.
I'll
In our
tell you
game, it's
right
been the
now.
play of...
It's this word. Let me see. This word here. Trade for these. Brandon Carr. Traded for that fool. Let me see. Let me trade these fools. Give Jacobs some. Okay.
Derek Carr.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our players' spotlight. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense. Oh. What? What?
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year.
Why did bring him back in? What the fuck?
Now in his second season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
He's checked it.
On second down now, it's Martin, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's down and incomplete. Derek Carrier, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Last season for Carlson, a bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get it done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Yeah, he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. It's caught, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Cook. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man, it's Thielen, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown of the new season as they are able to cut into that lead. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
is fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Brown, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
4 yards the pickup, first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Carr now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to LeBron Treadwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
Oh, shit, what happened?
Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Damn.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Cousins on target to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it'll be second and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Not bad. Not bad.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They've been so good.
Third and goal.
Down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Right there, 54 miles.
Yeah, they'll let their forward try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, Jacobs. And an run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Oh, man.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
What time is it?
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Now Cousins. And with that last play, and a pressure challenge that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Complete to Jones. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
You okay, bro?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
Happy to the meal. Jeez, another win, 3-0, Jaime.
Just don't think you can do anything
Look at
wrong.
that.
Whatever you call, run, pass,
Crazy.
it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders,
AutoZone.
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon. So good everybody.
Just Talia.